What's happening, everyone? Mr. Fight Fan TV. We're here with Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV. And what can I say? It's been an eventful weekend of boxing, and we're just going to have a nice roundup, nice chat, and, get into it, man. How you doing today, Danny?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling good, I'm in a good
Yeah.
spirits,
Looking good. You're looking good.
feeling like money.
Where do you want to start? Where are we chopping out? Where do you want to go?
Um, well, I think it's best to start with Friday night, seeing as that was
Mm,
the first day of
you're,
boxing.
oh, you're talking about Shakan versus Craig Richards, right?
Yeah, on the Hennessy Sports Mick Hennessy show, Channel 5, it was Craig Richards versus Shakan Pitters for the light heavyweight British title. Um, Shakan was the heavy favourite going into it.
Yeah, he
Some even
was.
that Shakan would stop Craig Richards late on for some reason, and there was a small contingent that thought otherwise. And what transpired is what I'd call a active chess match. So it was a chess match of skill between the two, but they were both still very active, both trying to establish their jabs against each other, nip and tuck with each having their own successes of the rounds in the early rounds. Then round four, Craig Richards hit Shakan with a chopping right hand on the temple as Shakan dipped down to his right to avoid a shot, but he got caught. And then he tried to exchange and got dropped with a 1-2. Um, it seemed Craig Richards took the next two rounds off. Um, I'm not sure why, but yeah, Shakan then won those rounds with his jab alone. Then Craig won the seventh, gave Shakan the eighth, and then in the ninth round, Craig come round the house as Shakan tried to jump out of his hands in the air, came round the corner, hit him. Shakan sort of sagged on the ropes, tried to escape
Hmm.
as he backed on the ropes. Um, Craig threw the right uppercut. Shakan sort of panic reacted and threw a right jab, and Craig came round with the left hook, which slumped Shakan Pitters, and the ref had no other choice but to wave it off. As when Shakan got up, he was on very unsteady legs.
Yeah, Danny, just basically I like that you've broken down the fight, how the fight went. Before the fight, a lot of people, like you said, was not giving Craig Richards a look in. The bookies wasn't. I'm sure the whole Hennessy team probably thought Shakan had this. How did you think he overcame the height and the reach? What did he do in there to get to Shakan? Because obviously Shakan is like a long boxer, very tall, got a lot of range, uses his jab
Yeah,
very well. How did you think Craig did to get in within range, or what did he do? Did he show us he's a superior boxer, or is his IQ was his IQ? Break it
yeah.
down
With
for us.
intelligence, what he did, he used timing because Shakan has a obviously longer and faster jab. He does have a faster jab, but it's not with power. It's a speed jab, um, where it's more to offset you, so you can walk in and he can time you with the right hand counter, either the straight or the uppercut, which he did land on a couple of occasions. But Craig walked through it. But Craig's jab was the much harder jab. Like when you heard Craig's jab, you could hear the sound effects through, your TV or viewers in the venue. You could hear it
Yeah,
thudding against Shakan, and it was knocking his
because
head.
sorry to cut you off. When he was
You know?
throwing the jab, you just heard like boom, boom. I was
Yeah.
like, I kept on going, shit. I kept on looking. I was like, shit, where's the gun? You know, like I was like, it was a hard jab, like hard jab. And then, do you think that's what won him the fight, the jab, or
Yeah, because that was setting up everything. Um, so it was the battle of the jabs, but it was a very active. It was an exciting fight. It wasn't. It wasn't. You couldn't say it was boring. You can watch it back again. Um, yeah, but they both got good jabs, but they've got different style jabs. And because Craig's was harder, it was making more of an impact, and you could tell it was making Shakan uncomfortable in there.
Obviously, Shakan got dropped on in the fourth. Um,
Mhm.
in my opinion, I think he showed a lot of heart coming back because he could have, like, felt sorry for himself, but it seemed like that spurred him on to come back into the match. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, he did. Showed very good heart. He'll definitely come back again. He can definitely when and if Craig decides to move on from the British, I think Shakan could definitely regain the British title and win it outright. He showed a lot of heart and guts. He got up off the canvas. He won the next 2 rounds on the spin. He lost the seventh, but I gave him the eighth. So he was definitely in the fight going into the ninth round. I had it even. So it was all to sort of play for the next 4 rounds. But Craig was not to be denied on the night and Spider. So I hope, what I do hope is that he finally gets the recognition, because it seems it's kind of gone under the radar. I noticed that I know Eddie's had a few bigger fights on this weekend, but I haven't seen him even mention it or tweet about the
No,
result.
I saw comments. He's put a couple comments on Craig's Instagram posts and stuff.
Okay, but yeah, it would be good if he did it from his own actual profile.
Obviously,
Mm.
yeah, I'm guessing because he had probably hands tied up with a bigger fight with Canelo and
Mm.
Smith. But yeah, we'll get to that. Obviously, Craig Richards now British light heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said that right. Yeah, I think I have. So yeah, bright lit British light heavyweight champion. So where do we see Craig going from here? Obviously, I don't know if you're seeing on Twitter, he was getting called out a lot by a lot of fighters. Where do we see Craig going from here? Is it a unification? He's ranked. Is he ranked number 6? No, in the
He was
WBA,
eight,
eighth in the
eight,
WBA, in the WBA,
but I'm
and
sure it'll go up. They'll amend it. Yeah.
so he's ranked top. Let's just say he's ranked top 10 in the WBA. He's just picked up the Lonsdale British strap. Um, we got a guy Lyndon Arthur's got the Commonwealth. Where does Craig Richards go from here? Does he
Yeah. Well, I
decide to win
saw.
it outright or? Sorry, go on.
It could do. I've seen a few people mention another local lad, Dan Aziz, uh, for Craig to defend against. But I think it'll be similar to Craig fighting under Sterling, just another local derby.
Mm,
Um, I think Craig might have bigger aspirations to do a domestic unification versus Lyndon Arthur for the British and Commonwealth. Obviously, Frank and Eddie will have to come to the table to make that one happen. But I think that one could be done because they're making the Denzel Bentley Felix Cash one, which is for the same sort of scenario, British and
is
Commonwealth.
that going down? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
it's in the works.
yeah. It's in the works, and it's the same thing. Felix Cash is part of Matchroom in and trains with Craig in the same gymnasium. Funny enough, and
Hmm.
Denzel Bentley is on the Queensbury promotion
Promotion
with.
side.
So there's that option there. Um, he could possibly, try and get maybe a European IBO shot, but he's number 8th in the WBA. But I'm sure now he's picked up the British title, that he'll probably go up to like 6 or 5 now. So yeah, there's
And
options out there.
for the loser, Shakan Pitters, where do you see him going? Because
Um, mm,
in my humble opinion, I think he'll beat a lot of light heavyweights in the current domestic scene.
hmm
But
Yeah, I think just need to rebuild a bit. Obviously, he's the poster boy at Channel 5. Well, him and Isaac Chamberlain's, but they're the like top two. So I'm sure they'll rebuild him. And there's a lot of like heavyweights. I don't know if they will be able to get past his very high, his long height and his jab. He does need to sort of not um, give up his height so much, because when he has his legs wide apart, he does give up quite a bit of his height. So if he stands a bit taller, still have the bend in the knees, because you don't want to be a stand up, right up
Mhm.
boxing,
Mhm.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But he does need to stand a bit more taller, and
Mhm.
when he does up against the ropes, not get so square on and not panic so much. But yeah, he can definitely rebuild and come again.
Um, Hasman box Hashman, sorry, Hashman's boxing said class performance from Richards. Channel 5 was hating. A lot of we even some posts that were put up on Fight Fan was acknowledging how biased the commentating was. What do you have to say about that? Because is it Richie? What's his name?
Ricky Woodall,
Richie Woodall, yeah, ex WBC super middleweight champion, I believe, right?
yep, and former Olympian, boxed against Roy Jones.
So
Uh,
he definitely knows he's boxing, and it's like I don't know what it was, but he wasn't really acknowledging any of the good work Craig was doing. It looked like he was concentrating on the work Shakan was doing. Is that fair to say, or did you
yeah, it
agree with
seemed
that?
like he was being a bit of a company man. It was a bit disappointing to see him and George's commentary. I know, I understand that Shaken's the house fighter and that, but I've noticed that in quite a few shows lately on different broadcast channels that they seem to be quite biased with their commentary, and
Hmm.
it's not good because it's then influencing some of the more naive listeners and viewers, especially on terrestrial TV, because they're not a lot of them might be new back to boxing, so they're not diehard. So they'll just get
Mm.
influenced to think that Shan was running away with the fight, and that's not actually telling the story of the fight, because it was making out like the only round Craig probably had was what, the fourth, because he managed to drop him.
That is true. He did the same. Hashman Boxing says he did the same thing commentating on the Bentley and Heffron's last fight.
Yeah, yeah. See, so it's on different platforms. It's not good. They need to sort that out a bit.
And it's also I heard somebody saying that he did the same in the Lyndon Arthur yard fight as well, which
Was
was
was that him on the was that him on the commentary?
um yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay,
He,
yeah.
he does
Well,
he works for BT as well.
yeah. It's no surprise then. So
He works for BT as well. So obviously there was another big fight. We're talking Triple G. What would say a big fight, well, a big time player. Triple G came back and fought I forgot the guy's name. Do you
Sarah
remember?
Mata,
Yeah,
Sarah
so
Mata.
27 year old lad, wasn't he?
Yeah, Polish
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
He was making Triple G look like a master boxer in there. What was that all about?
Yeah, well, what I will say is that Triple G looked like a fountain of youth on the scales. I haven't seen him that ripped ever in my life.
Hmm.
At 30 years old, that was quite amazing. So, yeah. But yeah, he looked good in there. He does look slow. You can tell he's a lot slower. But what he does, he uses his skill set, arsenal and tricks. So the slipping around the corner on the inside frame, the hooks, and yeah, Cerameta was just not. He was just not at the races. He was just not good enough. Triple G just dominated him. Dropped him what, 4 times. Dropped him with a jab. What, it was a double jab. Um, yeah, he did look good. He looked good, but from what I could see, because I study Triple G for many years. He's definitely looking slower. So if he goes into the rubber match with Canelo, he's just going to get beaten up.
Um, when I was watching it in there, it looked like he was doing some things Canelo does. I don't know. Would you
Yeah,
agree with
some
that?
slippery. Yeah, he was doing the slip in the head, but it's a bit different to the way Canelo does it, because Canelo sort of turns and rides the shot sort of like that.
Yeah.
But he was getting back to some head movement, but it was quite slow head movement, to be fair. It's just
Um,
the guy was not in his level.
how you doing, pugilist boxer? Lovely. Thanks for joining us today. Um,
Yep, yep, Tony.
so we got we also had Ryder on that bill as well. Ryder was facing the American was
Mike,
that the American, what's
yeah,
his
Mike
name?
Guy. Mike Guy.
Mike guy, that's it. He was fighting him and he went to unanimous decision.
Yeah,
Ryder obviously he's meant to be in line for the WBA regular. We reported that he was meant to be fighting Trudenoff, but I'm guessing that fight fell through. So he had a little, tick over warm up fight, or whatever you want to call it. How did you think Ryder looked? And a little bit cobwebs, or a bit of ring rust?
A little bit, but he looked okay. It was like a routine fight. He was never in any danger. It wasn't a risk fight, so he could just work on things, just do things as he wanted, go back into the swing of things. He was on early in the card, so no pressure to really go out there and try and excite. It's not like everyone was tuned in when he was fighting. So yeah, he was just doing his thing really, kind of a routine run out, you can say.
Yeah, that is true. So Triple G, obviously, you already spoke about him, headline the bill. Um, Obviously, we weren't really going to find out nothing much in this fight. Everyone's expected him to win and stuff. He seems like he's still campaigning at middleweight. So where can we see Triple G going after this? Like, is he, Charlo's still in the division? Who else? We got maybe Johnny. No, Johnny Jacobs moved up now. Maybe the Android fight might be there as well. Demetrius Android. But what top level opposition, if it's not Canelo, are we going to see him within next?
Yeah, there's obviously Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade. Um, yeah, those kind of guys, I guess. There's always Chris Eubank Jr. as well.
That fight in 2015 was meant to have happened then, but obviously fell through because
Yeah,
would you say things between the dad and Eddie, or don't know what happened there, but the fight fell through.
yeah, but Eubank's a lot stronger chance now.
Yeah, and of winning the fight.
Yeah,
If you had to pick, who would you pick in that fight?
now I'd probably go for Eubank.
Well, because he's young, fresh, and hungry,
Young for yeah, the speed,
and
the
combinations.
the ferocity, the combinations, the activity. Um, yeah,
Uncle Phil, on the subject of broadcasters, what's your thoughts on the zone now being available in the UK?
who's that question for me or you?
Uncle Phil.
Okay, I don't know who that is, but
We're not
I
going to
think that's
know
great.
if
Yeah, but big up Uncle Phil.
yeah, yeah.
Um, uh, for 199, you can't go wrong. That's a steal.
Mm,
So I think that's a great addition. If you got your 199 subscription,
mm,
it seems that you've just got Triple G. You've just had Canelo Smith. You're going to get Ryan Garcia
mm.
versus Campbell. And there's other fights going in there as well. So you can't complain. You're going to get a good roster.
Is it 199 every like? Is it 199 a month for the
Yeah, month.
foreseeable future?
No, it's 199 per month. Yeah, they might make the price creep up. You never know. But for now, it's £1.99 a month.
All right. Ashman Boxing. Golovkin's looking to cash out against Canelo. Pugilist. Android and Charlo are good, but don't guarantee the 35 million. Eubank needs a coming out party fight. He's the forgotten guy. Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that?
Not entirely. Eubanks had his coming out party when he defeated James DeGale. Um, he beat what's that guy? Done his shoulder um, in his last fight. But yeah, he's an established name in America. But he hasn't had a fight this year, so he does need probably a little tune up before he goes in with a Charlo and that. And yes, Andrade doesn't guarantee the 35 million, but in this climate, who is going to guarantee it? Canelo already just had to take a pay cut last night. He didn't get 35 million, he got 20 million, so he lost 15 million, while Callum Smith was guaranteed 8, and providing the pay-per-views do all right, then he gets another 2 and walks away with 10.
Obviously, RDR Films starter fresh. He's in the building.
Yes, big
Um,
up star.
Pugilist said that the girl fight was so long ago. the girl was shot. What do you say about that, Danny?
Okay, he may have been shot, but the girl was still the favorite. Still the he didn't actually lose his world title. He gave it up because he didn't want to fight that Uzgate guy.
No, oh,
Yeah, it was Uzgate.
is is a
Uzgate, the
can't
guy who knocked out
one
the
second.
guy who knocked out what's his name? Darrell, Andre Darrell.
Yeah, what's
It's the
his name though? It's not.
yeah,
Oh,
it's Uzgate.
no, it's not. Trust me,
It is.
it's not. It's not Uzgate. One
It
second.
is.
Maybe.
And then the guy and Darrell's uncle.
Yeah, Thing beat him as well. Caleb Plant.
Yeah. Yeah, Caleb Plant beat
He's a
him.
Tarky. He's a Tarky, and
Yeah,
I have even box wrecked here. Look, see, he's a Tarky. Yeah, that's it. Go on.
yeah, one of them. But yeah,
Come on, come
yeah, I knew
on.
it was Uz.
We
I
on
knew it
Fight
was
Club,
Uz.
we get names right here. Go on, go on, go on.
Yeah, so
Yildirim, he's Yildirim. Oh yeah, I know Yildirim.
yeah, Abney Yildirim, Eubank
Yeah,
knocked him out.
yeah,
Turkish. Yeah,
yeah. He's a Turkey. Yeah. Ashton. Yeah, he knows. Yeah. So Eubank needs to follow up fight, then a big fight.
yeah, I agree with that.
So we stopped at where did we stop at? Triple G. Who's fighting next? All right, now let's get to the big one. Canelo and Smith. 5'8" Canelo beat a 6'3" Callum Smith. How did this happen?
Well, I think Canelo is actually 5'7" because if you actually go and watch Canelo versus Floyd Mayweather is 5'8" and a half, and Floyd is taller than him, and it ain't by half an inch. So you're looking at 5'7", and Eddie Hearn is 6'5". And when you look at Eddie Hearn and Callum Smith, look at them carefully in them pictures.
Mm.
They look the same height. So I think what's
Callum
his name?
shoot
Callum's
taller.
yeah, I think Callum's probably like 6'4", six four
Yeah.
and a half. So what Canelo did, obviously he's had as I said before in the last show we did, he's had quite a feast on taller guys, i.e. Rocky Fielding,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Canelo, even though he's not as tall, and he spars heavyweights. He's been sparring Cuban and American heavyweights, so he's used to fighting big guys. All of Callum's moves, like the little catch count attempts, it wasn't working.
Mm.
And Canelo was just a tank, so he was able to just ball forward like a Mike Tyson esque type fighter, just back up Callum Smith, make him negative. The body shots was really getting to him in the later rounds, busting him up. Callum was tucking up well, but he had to pay the price for that with getting his bicep dislocated.
Yeah,
The
like
time
man, the man actually punched his bicep off his
I think he
ligament.
did. I think he punched his bicep. I think he ripped his bicep with one of those attempted body shots that got blocked.
No, because I saw something today. He said he was doing it on purpose because they know his best shots the catch and counter left hook.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so they Canelo, he was ripping them away, and well done to Callum. He soaked it up, he toughed it out. I think he is, at that big frame, he is struggling with the weight. So I think it'll be probably best that he does go up to 175 light heavy because I think he'll do quite well up there with his height and stuff.
you know what it is, yeah. I don't know. I feel have a sneaky feeling Callum Smith might retire. A little sneaky feeling.
Nah, he'll have another go at a new weight. With that, it's not like he's short, so it's like, what can he do? He's still going to be taller than all the current champions at 175. When you think about it, all the world champions, you got what? Beterbiev, who's 5'11", Bivol is 6 foot.
So do you see him beating these people you're even naming?
No, he won't beat Beterbiev. Bivol, he could have a good shot against Bivol because Bivol's not a big puncher. Um, I think the WBO's vacant, so
Um,
that will be. I think that what's his name? What's his name? Joe Smith Jr. I think
mhm.
he's going to fight that.
Be-
I'm not sure who against. And Callum would have a good chance against him. Definitely, that's a winnable fight.
Against Joe
Yeah,
Smith. Yeah,
yeah, Joe.
that's a winnable fight. Yeah.
So he could win the WBO. Yeah,
So
What's your opinions, guys, in the chat room? Let us know your opinions and thoughts on what
Canelo
you
is
think.
always open for the right hook. Watch his fights.
Yeah,
Um,
but he turns his head, he turns, he rides with it.
yeah,
He rides.
that's someone answer that he rides the shot so well. Liam was successful with the right hook against Canelo too.
Yeah, but Canelo weren't respecting him. He weren't respecting that power. Even Liam said it in one of the documentaries. He goes, "Well, if Callum's able to land the punches, I was able to land because obviously when I'm hitting him, it's not having no effect." So Canelo, when you know a man can't hurt you, you are going to stand there. Like Liam was able to, like he upcut him like 5 times in a row. Canelo ain't going to let you do that unless he thinks like this is doing nothing to me.
Mm. But it's mad how man's just going through the weights and like everyone's hitting him. Because even when I watched the Triple G match, he got licked and man, he didn't even blink. So I don't know how you're taking shots from Triple G and you're just going like that and then man's walking forward at you again. I don't know that one. I'm a bit confused still. Anyone that I
Yeah, but
see take a shot from Triple G, they know about it. Any human.
yeah, but Yeah, but when people take a shot from Canelo, they know about it. And Canelo gave Canelo the big blaster and it just bounced off him as well. So they're both just
No,
machines.
I hear that still.
Because
I
Triple
do.
G were reacting like Callum Smith last
Nah,
night.
but all right, fair enough. But the thing is, Triple G though, everyone hits Triple G and Triple G does that. I don't know how to explain it, but like
Okay,
you
then
know,
everyone hits Canelo.
yeah, that's just true. The only not, but not Floyd.
Floyd didn't hurt him. He disheartened him.
Yeah, that's it.
He,
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, you probably say
that uppercut disheartened him because he felt he did feel it, and because when he went, psh, he
it.
saw it kind of took his whole mojo away.
Hey, hey. All right, let's get back to some of these things. Liam was successful with the right hook against Canelo. Already with that. Callum Smith is a huge by height. He's huge by height for 175. That's pugilist. RDR Films, I think that's starter. Android will beat him, LOL, but I won't say too much.
It's not Android, it's Andrade.
I apologize, Andrade. I hold my hands up. You get me? You get me? I hold my hands up. I got it wrong. But I know it's Andrade, but I'll just, when you're reading off this thing, I'm reading what they've put in it. So, you get me? So, but hey, Andrade will beat him, LOL, but I won't say too much. Callum is a world title level immediately at light heavy. Remember Pacquiao going through the weights. But let's not get into that Pacquiao stuff because mate, man was going from straw weight all the way up to. Did he get to 154? I think he did.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Like, yeah, man. Yeah, you going through the weights and your head getting bigger? Your head getting
Yeah.
bigger? Hey, let's
But, so, guys in the chat room, who would you like to see Canelo fight next? Let us know in the chat room, please.
yeah, drop it. Remember Pacquiao going through the weights. Floyd gave him them stinging shots. Pugilist
Mm.
said he wants to see the third fight with Triple G.
Who would
You,
you want to see?
um, I, honestly, I want to see him fight Charlo. Charlo's in the middleweight division. He's in the middleweight division. Charlo's got a belt. He's got a belt. And the reason I want to see him fight Charlo because Charlo beat Derochenko, and he beat Derochenko way better than Triple G beat him. And people say Triple G didn't even win that match. And you could there's a case for that. You know what I'm trying to say. So
Well, I
that's
thought he won. You're gone.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It
Okay,
was
it's debatable. It's debatable. It's debatable. Yeah,
so
it's discussion.
so obviously Charlo, the way he dealt with Derochenko, where people were saying, "Oh, this is a big fight, a hard fight for him." I felt he dealt with him nicely, and so I want to see what he'll do against Triple G.
Mm.
And that's the only fight I want to see next. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
I don't know if we're going to see it because, to be fair, Triple G is his own promoter, right?
Um, any with the zone?
No, that's his broadcaster.
Oh, okay, but
But
promotion wise,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know if he's Tom Loeffler no more or if he's doing his own thing. Because I remember he was under K2 promotions. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I know now. I think he started his own thing and he got the deal with DAZN. Let's see what Uncle Phil's saying. Yo, Savvy, it's Philly. It's Philly. Yo, man, you got somebody shouting you out personally, man. You saying not no, man, guy. Yo,
Big
Savvy,
up
it's
Phil.
Philly. How do you think Canelo seems to get strong and just more dominant as the years go on?
I think it's to do with his training because he comes in very. He looks very solid and tank-like.
Mm-hmm.
It's the training. He just looks like a big block, and them legs as well. You got to have them strong knees and them legs. So that's how he's able to just push guys back. They can feel the physical presence. Um, they can feel, yeah. I think it's down to the training, and also they have I do remember that was it the VADA? They're now lenient on the amount of dosage of this particular ingredient, which is in Mexican meat, because quite a few of them Latino and Mexican fighters was getting like,
Is it the Gambo? I forgot how it's whatever the drug was called or whatever.
yeah, but yeah, they've allowed a higher trace because it is actually in the actual meat, like for real, for real. Like if we go there,
Mm.
if we go Cancun and we take the VADA test,
Mm.
it's going to come back like there's something they put in their beef out there. So they've allowed the trace to be higher for everyone, because otherwise all the Mexican fighters are just you're just gonna have to ban them all. So they've had to, so that helps that he's on them big boy burritos and stuff like that. So yeah, but I think his training is very good. But oh yeah, I didn't actually say who I would want Canelo to fight,
No,
because my guy,
Canelo? Is it Canelo? Triple? Are we in Triple G? Is it the Triple G?
no, Canelo. I said
Oh,
who
go
would
on,
want
yeah, go on.
Canelo to. So who I'd want Canelo to fight next is my guy, who is, in my opinion, still the WBC champion, David Benavidez, because David Benavidez offered out Canelo and Canelo didn't want it. Same way he offered out Caleb Plant and Caleb Plant didn't want it either. He is the avoided man because he's
One
that
sec.
young
Let's.
gun.
Can you hold your break? Can you hold your horses there? How did he lose that WBC belt?
Oh, he failed the weight.
Was it weight or did he fail a test?
No, he lost it on the scales in his last fight.
But before that, he lost it before that as well. How did he lose it before that?
That was a couple. That was a couple of years. That was a few years ago.
Yeah, but how did he lose it though?
You know how he lost it. Yeah,
So obviously
I'm
your
not.
guy,
You
your
tell me. You tell us via making the what working together to make London a safer place.
yeah, sorry, but yeah. All right. Anyway, so basically, let's get back to these questions. We got you
All
asked.
right. Basically, he done a line years ago. He got um he got a suspension. He come back. He
Hmm.
stopped Anthony Durrell to
Hmm.
regain the BC belt after he broke up Jay Leon Love. viciously, viciously, that he beat Anthony Durrell, and then he had another fight, and then his last fight he lost. He come in a couple pounds over, and they stripped him of the belt.
Don't get me twisted. He's an operator, though. He is an operator, and a lot of people are avoiding him because they know what he's about. But
Yeah, and he's a big guy, tall and big and young. He's only like
so
23.
would you see him beating Canelo?
I think he stands a good chance. I think he stands a good chance of beating Canelo.
Mm, he's saying I'm good.
That's my guy. Super middle. That's my guy. Because I always wanted him to fight Callum Smith because they're the same height. So I wanted to see what Callum Smith could do with against a man his own size. Because I knew Callum wouldn't be able to bully uh, Benavidez, because Callum Smith, he likes to bully guys because he's bigger than them. He's able to like his physical presence is able to overawe them, but he
Mhm.
couldn't do it against Canelo. Canelo, he obviously felt that strength in there. Why he couldn't back Canelo. He was on the back foot. I haven't seen that happen to him before.
Yeah, it was weird. I was just thinking pushing back, but he just couldn't. He couldn't amount to doing it like at at all. At
Yeah, he couldn't
all.
do it. John Ryder
Um.
was able to push in spurts and stuff and did very well, but this was a different level of domination.
Oh yeah, Clenbuterol. I think that's the drug that's in the contaminated meat. They say, is it? pugilist boxers kindly let us know. Glenn Boudreaux.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the diet there, the diuretic one. But
Mm,
that more helps you lose weight rather than gain bulk. So
but
I don't,
that's the thing. That's the thing in the meat. But yeah, that's
yeah,
definitely. So yeah, so Smith he moves up to 175. That's what you're saying in your humble
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. He should move up, and I think fight Joe Smith Jr. and I think he'd win that WBO.
Mm.
People would be a very good fight. But yeah, he ain't beating no Batervio.
You reckon? Do you wanna add a fan? Should we add a fan? What do you think?
Yeah, add one in, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a link in the group. Flipping if you want to jump in the chat, please click it and we'll commence. 1 second. Hold on, people. Yeah, keep them entertained, man. So, what was your
Yeah.
favorite fight of
So
the weekend?
obviously, we know what my favorite fight is, but bar the biasness,
Oh yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite fight, yeah. Bar the biasness, my favorite fight. Shall I tell you what it was? But it was my favorite fight, but it was just such. The result was a joke. Did you manage to catch what's the names? It was on the Showtime. It was on last night on the other channel. It was Emmanuel Rodriguez versus Raymar Gabarlo for the WBC um,
No, I didn't catch that one. Definitely didn't.
flyweight title. Yeah, it was an absolute robbery. But the what's his name? Rodriguez. He wobbled Gabarlo like 5 times during the fight. That guy Gabarlo's balance is crazy because he nearly touched down so many times. He didn't go on the canvas, but he lost blatantly. But I think because that Puerto Rican Rodriguez guy, he's signed to Manny Pacquiao. I think that's why they wanted to stitch him up or something. So it was bad.
Yeah, okay. It's just a plain robbery. I'll put the link.
Yeah, bad.
Let's see.
If that managed to catch that fight, you know that was a bad robbery, man.
Let's see. He wants one of the fans wants to come through. Let's see. But yeah, it
So,
was.
what was your favourite fight of the weekend? Over the weekend from Friday, Saturday.
Yeah,
Let
my
us
one.
know in the comment section.
Fuck all that non-biased stuff. My one's Craig Richards, boy. I love the way he knocked out this Shakan Peters guy. Mate,
Yeah,
hey,
of course, of course, of
hey,
course.
mate.
And
But
that was actually, when you think about it, that was actually my favorite fight because he was such the underdog, and that knockout, the way his head, he was looking up at that Channel 5 sign at the end, where he
yeah,
was lovely.
we got pugilists. How you doing, sir?
What's going on, gentlemen?
How you doing? How you doing? One sec. Let's
I'm
get you.
good, man. I'm good.
Let's get you in the middle. 1 second.
You got all the toys there.
Yeah.
Check you out.
I'm trying. I'm trying, man. How you doing today?
Respect, man.
Did you
Respect.
enjoy the boxing? Yeah.
I'm loving it, man. I think we've been really blessed with some great fights in the since the lockdown. So as a fight fan, you can't go wrong. And as Danny said, man, when you're getting the zone for 199,
Yeah.
you're laughing, man.
Yeah.
You know
Trust.
what I mean? Reminds me of when people used to cuss Box Nation. I'm like, how can you cuss Box Nation? 24-hour boxing, yeah,
Mm.
and you're paying like £3 a month. It's just,
Yeah, that is true. Well, hopefully the price stays at 199. I hope it does. To be fair.
yeah, I don't even mind if it goes up.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
decent world title every month. I'm
mm,
happy.
yeah, that is true. So, like, let's get into the talk. What's your favorite fight of the weekend? Your favorite fight of the weekend? Break it down for us.
Well, I was invested like that, and I gotta say, I did enjoy the Craig Richards fight
Break it down.
because
So,
that's a nice domestic battle there, and it was the more even fight of pretty much most of the fights over the weekend.
mm, mm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So really, even I say take even people may say I'm biased, but even if I take that away, I still think I still have Craig Richards' fight because it was entertaining. It was very skilled,
mm.
and there was a great big knockout at the end. Like, what more do you want? You can't say oh, it was just a technical fight where it's just for the purists. It was for the purists and it was for the hardcores because you got a highlight reel
Yeah.
civilian knockout at the end, so everyone's happy.
How you doing? We got Start on the line. How you doing, sir? Thanks for joining us. Can you hear us?
All the goonies in the house.
Can you
Yes,
hear us, Starter?
starter.
Can you hear us? Oh,
I don't think he can, you know.
we're fine then. Hello?
He's there.
Yeah, I can see.
Starter, can you hear us?
Hey,
I don't think he can.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you
good.
can.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Hey, just to comment on the Craig Richards one. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, God, what's going on, bro? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Good.
we can hear you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I can hear you still.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, man.
Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, man, I can hear you. I can hear you.
He seems like he's delayed.
So basically, what I think I was gonna rob Craig. You know,
Yeah, 100. I said that as well.
I think they was gonna rob Craig.
Why do you say that?
Hennessy fighter, innit? Shakan Peters is a Hennessy fighter, so that
Yeah,
would
it's mad.
that would make sense. You know, that's their cash cow. They
Mm.
want to promote him. They want to get him, you know, up to world title level. So
Yeah, Craig had
you
to
know,
get rid of them.
Craig upset the party.
He had to get rid of them still.
Yeah, he upset the party
Because
big time.
even down to the commentators, everybody from George Groves, all of them was against him. They was all against him.
Yeah, that is true.
And what I did find quite alarming is if you looked at the description, say you was before you went on to Channel 5 on your information and your TV guide, all it said is Shakan Peters defends his British light heavyweight title. It didn't say versus or who. It didn't put Craig's name in the description at all on your TV.
Yeah.
They didn't put him in any of the promo videos like they do with every other opponent. They didn't even mention his name. So he was literally there as like,
And
he was like, I don't know, like
I can't even say an opponent. You know what I'm saying? It was just they
just non-feature.
Yeah, non-feature. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and the commentary was so biased from the get go.
Yeah.
But that sister at the end, she seemed very happy.
Yeah. She could have stopped smiling.
I'm glad Craig boxed him. I'm glad Craig boxed him.
Yeah, trust me, British heavyweight. So where do you want to see Craig go next, Starter? Where would you like to see him fight next? What interests you the most? Starter.
His thing's delayed.
Got a delay or something.
Yeah, I think he's got a delay. Yeah.
Let me jump in then. So for me, straight to Lyndon Arthur. That's a fight can be made straight off the bat, innit?
I want him to beat up Callum Johnson. You know. Yeah, I got the delay.
Either of them two a good fight.
Yeah, that Callum Johnson that'd be a good fight still.
Yeah, but Callum Johnson's already won the British and vacated it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Up at the world level next,
and that was before Buatsi even got it. So that was like that's 3 reigns ago. That's 3 reigns ago. So Callum ain't trying. Is he
the European champion at the moment? Or was he meant to fight for the European?
But he's been on the shelf. The current European champion is
he's looking for
Robin
a world title eliminator.
Yeah. But the current European champion is Robin Krasniqi. I don't know if you guys remember him years ago when he fought Nathan Cleverly.
Yeah, from way back. He must be getting on a bit.
Well, he's only 33 years old, but he was very young when Cleverly beat him up.
Yeah,
he knocked out a guy, Dominic Bozel in Germany. He was like the underdog, but yeah.
He beat Dominic Bozel, yeah.
Yeah. But I see Craig beating him, so that's another option. Craig could get the European and IBO because that's the belts that Krasniqi currently has. But I would like to personally see him go and unify the domestic scene first.
What do you think Craig would do against Lyndon Arthur, though?
I'll
Against
let you
Lyndon
answer.
Arthur, in my humble opinion, it'll be a battle of the jabs because people don't really they underestimate how good Craig's jab is, and whoever gets their jab off in that fight would win that fight. In my opinion.
Yeah. But what I say is, I think Craig has more to his arsenal because Lyndon's last two fights, it's just all he has shown is the jab. And Craig's jab is a harder jab, and Craig throws more variations of different types of jabs. And he has the right hand, he has the left hook, he has the uppercut. Lyndon hasn't shown any of those things in his last few fights, so it seems Craig has more to his arsenal. Plus, Craig is slightly taller than Lyndon Arthur, whereas Lyndon Arthur's had the enjoyment of
Height.
jabbing shorter guys like Dex Spellman and Anthony Yard.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say I agree with you that Craig has shown more of his arsenal. I think Lyndon has the arsenal, but for some reason I think he freezes in the big lights.
Yeah.
I don't think you see the best of him. I think he's got more in his locker, but I just kind of feel he gets a little bit, tetchy. Some fighters in the big lights they freeze. They don't show their full game.
I don't know. I don't know what fights. What fights would you say he's frozen under?
Well, definitely the Anthony Yard.
Mm,
Literally, he just kept the jab. He didn't
but
use any combination at all.
he said
And
his hand was hurting, and like my guy Joe Joyce put it, if the jab's working, if that's the only patch that's working, you stick with
but
it.
he needed to use the right hand. He needed to mix it up
Mm,
better.
yeah, but he said he couldn't because his
There's
right
ways
hand was hurting.
there's ways to protect the right hand. There's things you can do, and he didn't seem to me to do those things.
Do
And
you think?
as I said, previous fights, you look at him and you think, good fighter, he's got more in his locker.
Do you think his hand weren't hurt?
I call that from early rounds.
Mm.
I was saying, why is this guy not throwing his right hand? But it's what it is.
Do you know what?
You do what you got to do.
Go on, starter. Don't wait for it. Wait, it's coming. It's coming.
I think personally, yeah, with the whole Lyndon Arthur thing with Anthony Yard, like I personally believe that Craig is what do you call it? Is a more thinker fighter in the ring. I don't think Anthony Yard does as much thinking as Craig in the ring. So you see, like with Craig now, he would go in and get in tight on Lyndon Arthur from early, whereas Anthony Yard took ages to get in tight on him.
Yeah. What you
Craig is
said?
more willing to commit because against Shakan Peters, a lot of people would be quite hesitant to come in because they know they've got to eat that right hand possibly on the way in. Whereas Craig got a granite chin and he knows how to maneuver in. So against Lyndon Arthur can't fight up close. And one thing we can say, because even in the Dex Spellman fight, Lyndon Arthur didn't throw the right hand either. So if he's got ongoing injury and he goes in here with Craig with one hand, we know that's a wrap for him.
Yeah. I'll be honest, that would be a big wrap. And the thing is, Craig has showed that he's a big puncher in the light heavyweight division. A lot of people look at the record and think, he might not be a big puncher. In my opinion, in the UK, he's probably one of the biggest punchers in the division at domestic level. Someone told me
Yeah, single shot punches. Yeah,
he's punching harder than. Would you say maybe? Obviously, Yard's record suggests that he's probably one of the hardest hitting, but I think Craig's power is very underrated.
I think it's if I'm looking at Craig's like power punches, I see them as being a little bit on the long side.
Mm.
I think if he shortens them even a little bit more, because if you look at the left hook that he threw against
I hear that.
Shakan
I hear
Pittman,
that.
he catches him on the end of a long hook because he throws right uppercut and then the left hook, and the left hook is on the long side. Whereas I think if he'd have stepped in and throws it shorter, he's gonna get more power in. But that you got to do that. That takes a risk,
Yeah.
you know. But I think he's got more available to him in the arsenal in terms of power.
Mm. Are you saying so? If he like shortens his punches up a bit more, sometimes.
I mean, the way to look at it is look at Canelo. You know, because when Canelo throws hooks, they're right here. You know, they're right in front of him. He steps in, and he look. I mean, the thing that was amazing with Canelo last night was the jab. He's out jabbing this guy, and the jabs are crisp.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Those jabs were like real crisp jabs. And then he comes in, he tucks in, comes right hand up, boom, and he comes and he shortens that left hook. And I think that's the archetypal thing for Craig to look at. Say, can I shorten my hook?
In his defense, he caught him sweet on the chin. So
it's about timing though. See with the jab, yeah. With the jab, it's about timing, bro.
And
that's shown by Canelo. Canelo's timing is expert. It's brilliant. You know, I can't think in the last years who has a better jab than Canelo right now.
The Tony and Starter, would you say that Canelo has surpassed or is very much on the verge of surpassing Julio Cesar Chavez as being the greatest Mexican fighter of all time?
No.
You know what it is?
That guy there, Julio Cesar Chavez, I've seen him twice live. He's one of my all-time favorites. 80-0, remember that. 80-0. Yeah.
Yeah, but you do have to look at them. Some of them opponents.
Oh, that's what I was about to say.
Some of them are Mexican cab drivers. I know.
Yeah, on his 40th fight, he was fighting a man having his debut. You know those funny fights like that. So
I was going to say that, but Canelo's going to have to fight a lot of more fights.
But he's already at 50, so it's a good shout.
How many did Chavez have?
103.
Yeah, over 100.
Either 103 or 112.
Yeah, over 100, man.
These or that.
He had over 100, that's for sure.
You know what I do like about Canelo,
Frankie Randall.
Like, see certain times you can throw a straight jab and it will hit the gloves. And if you turn your hand to the side and you throw that jab like that, it's going straight through the guard.
I hear that still. Just picturing it now. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
true. So yeah, Canelo's.
People have their own like favorite fighters. You know, we've had this conversation many a time in our group, Ennis, Dan, about Mike Tyson's placing in the heavyweight rankings. Some people will call Mike Tyson top 3. You know, but for some people like myself, he's not in my top 10 heavyweights.
Who's that?
Mike Tyson.
No, but the reason people, I know why you say that though, because he's fell short against all the top level opposition. But the reason in my opinion, why people put him in their top 5 or whatever heavyweights, because of his potential and things in his outside career is what was his detriment to his downfall. So that's why people just, automatically put him in there, because he was a guy who had the mindset, didn't let outside things in his career affect him. He probably would have been the best heavyweight ever, but they did, and got beat by Lennox and got beat by Evander, and this sort of third, but you can't blame him, because he got so much millions at the young age of, how old was it,
20.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say. So it's more easier to stay focused now with a lot of money than back then, if that makes sense, because not a lot of people are getting it like that. So
Yeah, and people have management training. They get more media training. They have handlers better. Back then, you was kind of on your own. And when you think about it, what 20-year-old was are we going to see another 20-year-old heavyweight champion in our lifetime? Think
I
about
don't
it.
think so. I don't think
You
so.
got 20 years old. He
Don't
wouldn't
write
be
it off,
allowed.
man. Anything is possible. You
No,
know,
obviously no.
all it takes is a freak of nature to grow up in the hood somewhere. You know,
Yeah.
and that always happens. You know, we was looking at Daniel Dubois and thinking, right, this kid is lively.
Mm,
Unfortunately, he got found out, but there'll be another one within
mm.
a year, guaranteed.
But you got to remember, Mike Tyson was saying, like, I went from doing robberies to becoming like the heavyweight champ of the world. Like, it was.
Well, they think Daniel Dubois was that guy, though, blood.
Yeah.
But he wasn't going to be a 20-year-old world champion, though.
Is that? Yeah, that is
Remember,
true.
when you're 20 years old, you still can't even come into my nightclub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably 21.
There's still guys, man. There's always going to be some kid. You know, look, I got one kid. I can't even remember his name that I see in the amateurs, and he's just rocking people for fun. And the kid's like 16, and you kind of go, well, when's he going to turn over? And what's the impact going to be when he does? I see those kids in the gym. You walk in any gym, you're going to find some freak of nature in there.
Yeah,
There's one. There is one. There's one I know. There's a guy called Courtney Bennett, and he is a serious young man. When he turns over, you're gonna know about him. Trust me.
What club does he box for?
Everywhere. He boxes for Churchill. He's on the GB squad. He used to box for Double Jab at first, and then now he boxes for Churchill's with Sam Mullin.
Yeah, plug him in. Let him know we plugged him in. You get me? So when he blows, you heard it here first. Fight fan exclusive.
I think you know him, don't you? Is he your cousin or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know that at first. Yeah, I knew him from Craig showed me about him down Double Jab because I was gonna spar some guys. I said I'll get him with any of them. And then Craig was like, "Yeah, don't get him with that one." And I was like, "Right, he's not like the rest of them. You're not fit." I thought I was gonna come back off my KFC menu and just do one of them, but not that one. Leave him alone. You need to get in shape first.
Oh shit! You're funny, that you know. But yeah, we've got somebody saying, feel like Charlo stops Canelo. What do you feel about that?
Nah.
Canelo's a beast, man, and he's got granite chin.
I
love the Charlo brothers. I love them, but I gotta be realistic, man. Canelo's in a different league to them two boys.
Hey, man, I'm gonna slide out.
I know.
We'll try next time, though.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Make sure you like and just help the chat if you're able to. Not then Merry Christmas. I see your tree in the back, but yeah, big ups.
Yeah, now there was free. Shit. You can back up Pugilist. Yeah.
He wants to show how smooth his face is.
Yeah. But yeah, so obviously it was on the topic of yeah. So Charlo, you don't think Charlo would stop Canelo?
Nah.
No way.
We don't feel.
As I said, I love the Charlo brothers. I love them both. You know, I love the whole, you know, the Houston and Texas. You know, you got Errol Spence, the two Charlo boys. You know, I love that. Lions in the camp. It's brilliant. But
Amo Williams as well, another Texas kid.
Yeah.
Canelo is just like a different breed, man.
Yeah. If Sergei Kovalev couldn't hurt Canelo, then Charlo, come on.
See what the funny thing is, Kovalev was actually doing all right.
Yeah,
I had him winning. I was
looking. You know, you look at that fight and you kind of go, I thought Callum Smith was going to do a copycat of the Kovalev performance,
Nah,
but
but
he didn't throw the jab properly.
Smith wasn't moving his legs enough for me. From the
And
first look, I'll be honest. I'll tell you guys now. I fell asleep, but from the first round, yeah, I saw it. I see man already close the distance. I said, "Oh, come on!" I said, "Mate, you got to at least be close the distance around round 4 or 5. You can't be close the distance from the first bell." I said, "This is a wrap." I said, "This is a wrap from early."
yeah, and Callum Smith has never shown the ability to outbox somebody, like give a masterclass
Yeah,
jabbing.
like he's never
He's a tall, inside fighter.
he's never like showed angles. He's never like, you know what I'm trying to say. All he does is pop a jab. He could do a 1-2, pop a jab. He throws a last body shot, but he's never done nothing to for us to. I put a flutter down, and when I put it down, I said, "Oh, it's true. What am I even doing, bruv?" He's never showed us any signs of like being able to keep it long consistently. He didn't even get past
Yeah,
the. He did not get past the first 10 seconds. Canelo was in range. I said, "Oh my days!" So this is. I said, "This is done." I said, "This is a
yeah,
wrap."
game over.
Yeah, he didn't even get. Yeah,
He
he didn't. He
couldn't
couldn't
get
even
through
keep enough
round
pace for
one
20
and
seconds.
establish the jab. He was in trouble straight away.
Yeah, I said this. I
Yeah,
said this. I said this is a wrap. 110%.
yeah.
It was.
He closed the distance on him in the first 30 seconds. You know
Yeah,
it's done.
that's what I said. Oh, I said, "Oh, come on, you got." I said, "You got to give him a jab and let him think twice to come in again." And Canelo didn't even think half. He didn't even think. He didn't even think at all. That's how much easy the fight was.
He didn't. He actually didn't think. He didn't think about it.
Yeah, he just literally just walked. He just walked in and just done what he, you know. But thing about Canelo, he's got good lateral movement. Canelo doesn't have the best legs, but he's in the pocket defense is unbelievable. So he was just literally just parrying shots and just doing. I just said, "Oh yeah, this is." I said, "This is ridiculous."
But that's what it is. It's about substance rather than flash. So when people talk about Canelo's got slow feet,
Mm.
yes, he might have slow feet, but he
He
puts
know,
his feet in the right places.
but that's what I was
It's
gonna
like when
say.
Brendan Ingram uses that circle. All you need to do is work the lines. You don't need to be dancing around looking like $1 million
Yeah,
Sugar Ray Leonard. You don't always need to do that.
That's what I was saying. So these what fighters need to start knowing what like they need to start learning their best attributes and working and using it to their advantages. You know, if you know you ain't got good legs, you work around that.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, you look at Triple G. Triple G has got deceptively good feet, but they're not fast at all.
No, they're not fast at all. He just knows where to place them, and he's cutting off the
That's
ring.
right.
He's cutting off the ring is probably the best in the game.
Yeah, it's like the Ingles gym where they use the lines.
Yeah,
That's the whole point. It's not about fast feet. It's about stepping in the right positions.
exactly. Stepping in the right positions, but you know, Smith, valiant effort. He did, like do his family proud. Did it help? All this stuff between Eddie and his trainer before the fight. Do you think that would have helped? Obviously, that's his promoter and his trainer at like loggerheads or whatever you want to say, back and forth, racism claims and this, what, the third, and would this have helped Callum Smith in the preparation for the biggest fight of his life? Because I didn't think it was timing was right for Gallagher to be doing all that kind of stuff. To be fair,
Mm, I don't think it made a difference because Callum Smith's quite a level-headed person. If you notice, he isn't on the social medias at war with anybody. He's not like a Tony Bellew type scout, so he's very quiet. Even his brothers like Paul Smith and Liam Smith, way more vocal on social media. Callum Smith, he just gets on with life, gets on with what he's doing. He's not into beefing anybody, and yeah, so I don't think it would affect him. And he's too big of a player for Eddie Hearn to want to freeze him and put him on the shelf because he has market value because he was the Ring Magazine champion.
mm.
So I don't think that would have affected Callum in the slightest.
um, I see Eddie. I think he done a Instagram post. He's speaking Spanish or Mexican. Sorry. Is it safe to say that Canelo's now going to be promoted by Eddie Hearn, or he's going to obviously he's fighting on the zone? We know that, but I think because obviously he's done with Golden Boy. We know about the lawsuit and whatnot. The third, but I'm guessing he needs a new promoter. Is it safe to say that's Eddie Hearn?
I wouldn't say so. I would say Canelo's probably best doing Canelo's own. He's probably doing his own thing. You know, he's obviously got his fingers burnt with the previous contract with Matchroom Promotions, so he's probably going to think, well, you know what, if it fits, if the cap fits, let it happen. But if not, we can move on.
Yeah.
And you also got to think to yourself, you know, how easy is it to make a fight if I'm under Matchroom or Eddie Earn Promotions? If I want to say, well, step to PBC.
Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, you know, this reminds me of like Floyd's situation. Obviously, you can, as we know, boxing, you always need a dancing partner. So, as running this business by yourself, you're going to need opponents regularly, right? Is that why you think there's going to be a link up with Eddie Hearn? Because you might have a deal like Devin Haney, which is like a co-promotional deal. Devin Haney Promotions and Matchroom together, and they, you know, facilitate the show. Do you think it's going to be something more like that? Because I don't see Canelo running his business by himself and, you know, putting on these shows by himself with the Zone and putting his own money in and whatnot. The third.
Well, you can have his an advisor, like for instance, like Floyd Mayweather. He had Al Heyman. He had the Mayweather Promotions TMT and stuff, but he had guys Leonard Ellaby. He had guys like Al Heyman. So I'm sure Canelo will be able to get hold of some of his Mexican partners because he's the #1 pay-per-view star. He doesn't need Eddie Hearn. He can fight on any platform. He's got Cinco de Mayo. He's got the September dates locked in for the rest of his career, and we already know what numbers he'll do. He could fight me or you, and it's pay-per-view.
It's the truth.
Yeah, that is true. But in this day and age, no one's going to be paying for rubbish, right?
You'll be surprised.
Nah, not in this pandemic, mate. That's why
Hang on a second. I'm just trying to think.
Roy and
There
Tyson.
was a fight in the Alamo Drum the other day.
What come on, that's Roy and Tyson though. That's Roy and Tyson. No, come on, that's Roy. That's Roy and Tyson. They've got some separate. They've got like separate fans that just want to see them all box again, and they've come together. Common. You think Canelo can go in there with a bin, man? And think man are gonna slap down what $75? You man are having a laugh,
bruv. You gotta realize Canelo has the whole of Mexico behind him.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true.
Numbers are ridiculous in Mexico.
And the thing also, Canelo's not even like that anyway. He's shown that he's not. He's always loves to fight credible opponents. Am I wrong about that?
He's not going to fight a bin man anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. That's why I'm saying, has he joined forces with Eddie Hearn? Because you guys got to remember, Callum Smith was Eddie Hearn's fighter. Why is he writing a congratulation message in Mexican or in Spanish or?
Because Canelo asked him afterwards. He said, "Who's next?" Because you've tried it with like 3 guys now. So who else you want me to brush for you?
Mm.
You know Eddie's angle. Eddie wants to get the big money. So if he can put Callum Smith, Rocky Fielding, Billy Joe Saunders, whoever he's got in front of Canelo, he's bagging a bunch of money. So he doesn't care. He's just after the top dollar.
Yeah, that. So who
we know that.
Whose turn is it next then?
Eddie might try and put Billy in.
Joe, isn't he?
He's going to push for Billy, in it. He is. He's going to push for Billy because Billy and Andrade, it's a stinker. It's not going to sell. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
It's not going to sell. So he has to put Billy Boy in there with Canelo. You're going to have the Mexican contingents going crazy. You're going to have the travelers who are going to want to fly over there and have all the beer and all that and go ballistic. So you might end up with
Billy don't travel with fans. Let's be honest. Billy's going with about 20 traveling friends, and that's it. He's not like an AJ. He's not like some of our big champions, Ricky Hatton, traveling 3,000-4,000 guys.
Yeah.
Ricky
Hatton came with 20, like 15,000 man.
Yeah, they all flew over. That was crazy.
Yeah. So Billy's he's gonna push for Billy.
Yeah, right. So you reckon but you think it's gonna be beat? But he's fighting with the WBO, so you think it's gonna be unification then?
Yeah, why not?
Mm. How do you
And
see that?
Billy's not Billy. Yeah, Billy will get dominated because Canelo will know that Billy's really a middleweight who's just a bit fleshy. So he's not even a proper super middleweight.
You think so? You don't think he would stick to like a boxing game plan? You know, that kind of Mayweather type performance. You think he could never run that with discipline? The only time we've seen that is when he fought David Lemieux.
Yeah, but that was that herky jerky style, and let David Lemieux's a one trick pony. He's like Jeff Left Hook Lacey.
Mm.
That's all he is. So that's David Lemieux, though, isn't it?
That used to be my
That's
guy on
David.
Fight Night, you know.
That's David Lemieux, isn't it? Left
Yeah,
Hook, isn't it? We've got.
that used to be my guy on Fight Night for Lacey still. But yeah, man. Anything else you want to add for today's live show, guys, man?
Anything you want to talk about, Tone?
Well, we got a little hiatus now until Ryan Garcia against
Luke
Luke
Campbell.
Campbell. What's your
Till
views on that one, boys?
we got a little hiatus till when? Did you see Luke Campbell's tweet? 2 more weeks till they were saying it's too early. Hey, I said that's a cheeky one. I said, Luke, I fuck with that one. That's cheeky still. That is very cheeky. I was laughing. I said 2 weeks till they tweet it's too early. But who do you see? I actually think it's too early as well.
Mm,
It
I
looks
don't
But,
good.
know. These young
Garcia
guys
looks
are.
good, man. He looks like
Yeah.
he's a mini version of Canelo.
they got the same trainer, so you know.
Yeah. So that's
Mm,
why I'm looking at it. They train the same, they look the same, they're both Mexican. So this could be hard work for Luke Campbell. And Luke did well against Lomachenko. So we know he's got skills.
Mm,
But
mm,
this kid looks a little bit different. I'll tell you
um,
what, another
yeah.
thing I want you guys to talk about very briefly. Did
yeah.
you see Terence Crawford's tweet about I might just go back down to 135?
Look, I can't. We can't take that seriously because wait, we saw when he was at 135, he was sitting underneath the quilt covers with like turning up the room to like 60 degrees and wearing two sauna suits and sleeping just to make 135. So you're not stop making them kind of jokes. You can't even make 135. You didn't even say 140. He said
Yeah.
135. So look, so he's gonna
You
go and
don't
fight
give
the
him a
young
chance.
boys. He's gonna go and fight Haney and them man there. He wants to fight Tank and
But
Teofimo.
there's good fights there. That's why.
Nah, yeah, but it's the young. Well, he's gonna go fight the young boys.
Look at the welterweight. If you can't get Spence, you're dancing with an old man.
No, but
Everybody else is an old man in
no.
the welterweight
If you
division.
don't come to the PBC side, that's what's gonna. If he comes PBC, there's a lot of opponents for him. There's Keith Thurman. There's Sean
That's the
Porter.
problem.
There's Ugas, and
But that's the problem.
it's shown that your promoter clearly doesn't want you or doesn't,
No, you don't want him. You
he
don't
did
want him.
like yeah.
No, he doesn't. He told
So
him. He's told him
and
straight.
so if he said that, there's only one place. There's only one place for you to slot in. Just come and get advised properly, and come and be made. You got these PBC guys like be fighting crazy opposition, but for somehow they all made men. Like you know what I'm trying to say. And
Mm,
with what Crawford was, or what he is, sorry, Al Heyman would have done a way better job of his career. That's why Eric Spence always sends them digs at him as like, oh, your promoter's not promoting you properly. How come he always called Lomachenko's name? What's like he always saying like he never see your name, he always saying Lomachenko. And you know what that is.
yeah, and the thing is, that's why Errol Spence can say things like what he said last night. He goes, "Yeah, if Bob and Al can come to the table, and then Terrence takes that 60-40 or 70-30 or whatever we decide to give him," because Bob Arum has devalued Terence
Crawford,
Crawford's
yeah.
whole market by saying we don't want him.
Yeah.
You're losing us money. So how can Terence come to the table and talk about 50-50 when
Exactly.
your promoter has just said that
He's losing.
you're going to lose money. So Errol's like, well, I'm making money. I'm
Yeah.
pay-per-view. I'm selling out the AT&T
AT&T.
stadium once multiple times, even in the pandemic. And your promoter saying that you just lost him some cash.
Exactly.
So you're gonna have to take 60-40, brother.
Exactly, you get me? Because it seems like you need it.
Yeah, you're a high risk.
And that's why they were running out of opponents, and they touted say shot Kell Brook. He was shot. He shot. Sorry, yeah, it was a shot Kell Brook, and they goaded him into getting his last payday. I don't think we'll see Kell Brook again. Do you think we'll see Kell Brook again? You
I
never
hope
know.
not.
Actually, you never know. But I don't
I don't want to
think.
see him again. He's broke. He's a broken man.
Mm,
He's a broken man. He can't take them shots in the face no more.
yeah,
No, you
Anybody who
can't.
fights Colbrook knows. Just target the eyes. You're gonna get a win.
yeah, no, that's
Mm.
true. And it was sad for to see him go out like that because he didn't put too much of a fight up for it. It was just like a. The worst thing, he started very well. That's what it was. Sorry, he started very
Yeah, I
well.
mean he's one of
He was
them fighters. The talent just didn't show because he didn't work hard enough.
Yeah, he messed about outside too much,
we got
partying
Sean
and
Edenay. It's a 50-50 fight. It's for number one. It's a 50-50 fight, but it's for number two pound for pound status. Don't forget Crawford is on minimums. That is true. When he signed his deal, I think he gets regardless of what pay-per-view buys or whatever he does get a confirmed purse or whatever. I think
no, he does get a good purse. But
it's,
Bob Arum has devalued his whole negotiation marketability by saying I lose money. So when he comes to the table to Spence, Spencer's going to go, but your
yeah,
promoter said you are a money loser and I'm a money winner, so we ain't the same.
100%.
It's Bob's fault. It's Bob's fault. He's messed up Terence Crawford's money potential.
Do you think Spence wants it? Wrong side of the street argument seems to be like an excuse, or seems like an excuse. What do you
No, he
guys?
does want it. He
Think?
does want it, but he wants Terence, like he said when they met in back that time. You need to come over to our side of the street and hang out
Yeah,
with full fellas.
you know. So that being said, Charlo lost to what? He just got he's Amen 367. Man just jumped on Bow. Calvin Charlo lost to who's it called Kobarov. I think he was meant to say. Do you guys agree with that?
No.
I think he did.
Oh, what, to
Charlo
It was a
Korobov?
close
Kobarov,
fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying Charlo
Yeah, it was
got
a close fight.
gifted.
It was a close fight.
Yeah, but it was a close fight. But I think Charlo just about nicked it. Thing wasn't really active. It was just more accurate, in my opinion, with the left.
Yeah,
I
Matt
think it's one
Korobov.
of
Yeah,
them fights.
that's the one he hurt his arm against Junior, innit? Eubank Junior.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Boom. Amen 367. If you're on the channel, please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. But yeah, so back to what we were saying before. Ryan Garcia. Do we think he's beating Luke Campbell? Because we do have to acknowledge Luke Campbell's experience and the level of opposition he's been in with. You know, he's only lost to two opponents, I believe, which is Mendy and Lomachenko.
Three. And Linares.
And Linares, sorry, I apologize.
No,
Yeah, he got in Linares' fight. He got dropped two times, didn't he? Or was it once? I think he got dropped once. I think it was once, yeah. But he came back and showed a lot of heart in that fight, and he actually needs. I've seen him say a lot of times he thought he might have come on to win that fight, but the decision went to Linares. He got dominated by Lomachenko. Is that safe to say?
Wouldn't say dominated. That
Oh,
was a very good fight.
no,
mm.
he had some moments in
Yeah,
that
yeah,
fight.
he had some moments, but the scorecard don't suggest that.
Yeah, but you can't always go by the scorecards. If you watch the fight and the story of the fight, it was a very competitive fight. He actually rocked Lomachenko at one point, which I think gave Teofimo Lopez
Yeah.
quite a good bit of confidence and incentive to kind of stick it on Loma himself.
So
So my prediction going in, I think this kid is a special one. I think this is gonna be his coming out party.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a coming out party, and I think this is going to be his one.
All right. So this guy is saying Billy Joe does not beat Canelo. Plant does not beat Canelo.
No.
You guys.
Only guy I think can beat Canelo is my guy, David Benavidez.
Nah, it's not screaming your guy. I don't know shit this is. Yeah, I know you're trying to set this up for when he does bust up Canelo. You're gonna be like, oh, you have documented it. It's on paper now. I fucking Benavidez as well though.
I've got to keep receipts. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Our next guy says Campbell set the blueprint of how to beat Loma. You guys agree with that?
Yeah. That's what I said. It was a very competitive fight. He showed signs, but Teofimo didn't use Luke Campbell's style. Teofimo's a totally different fighter. I think Luke Campbell gave Teofimo the confidence to know he can beat him, but Teofimo uses a totally different style, so he done his own thing. He's very unique.
Amen. 367. This guy speaking facts. Benavidez is scary. Yes, Danny Glover.
He's a big guy.
He does, and he makes 168, and he looks like I thought he'd be a 175 kind of guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Because even when you see, I don't know if any of you see the time when he had like a little altercation with Caleb Plant in the gymnasium, and Caleb Plant is listed as 6'2", but when I saw them standing in front of each other, I was like, Benavidez ain't 6. Is he 6'3" then? Because he looked a lot bigger, and even the body wise, I was like, nah.
I think Caleb Plant is 6 foot or 6'1".
6'1". Well, Benavidez, I'll send you guys the video afterwards, and just look at them two face to face when they was having an altercation, and it turned up into a little punch up between two crews in the gym. It was quite funny.
Man, like Danny Glover, younger knowledge.
Come on. Master current, they call me.
Hey, but yeah, Benavidez was a chubby kid. Now he's skinny with power.
Yeah.
Because he's the way he beat.
There's a family trait there, innit? Because both brothers are the same. They're both big chubby kids that turned into skinny fighters, but big for their weights.
Yeah, that's true. I'm flipping the one that fought Crawford, he got shot in the knee. He was fighting that fight with one leg, in my humble opinion.
But yeah, they're big guys, man.
They both got skinny legs, though. You know that. Dude.
Yeah, he must.
Yeah, their dad's must be a big guy.
But so
they're from like Ecuador, I think. They're from like Ecuador sides. Yeah.
Benavidez.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. They're not Mexican.
No. Ecuador, just like Teofimo's Honduras. And that's like the murder capital of the world.
Is it?
Yeah. I would never go there.
So we're going into the new year. What one fight? I mean, we got two fights that we got to rule out. Yeah, we got to rule out AJ Fury.
Yeah.
And we got to rule out Crawford Spence. What's the next fight that you would like to see in 2021?
David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
I like it.
100%.
I like that. But I'll tell you my favorite one I want to see is Tank and Tio.
Yeah, baby. That's what I was waiting for. That's
Tank
the
and
one.
Tio,
Tank and Tio,
because someone's gonna get licked down. Someone's getting licked down.
Yeah. Now I want to see that fight as well. I'm definitely.
Someone's getting licked down.
Oh, we got some comments coming in. Join latest.
The build up to that fight would just be wicked.
Oh yeah, the build up alone.
Yeah, Teofimo's a good talker.
Yeah, of course.
Not even that. His dad can't stop running his mouth.
Yeah, when you have a good dad, do you know what would be good if they was the same weights? Imagine Tiafimo versus Danny Garcia. Their dads would probably end up rocking.
Yeah. But I see they linked up one time in the lobby, and he's like, Angel didn't even know who he was. You know, man was all sending me CV and stuff. I thought that was
But
funny.
yeah, that'd be fun. But yeah, Javonte Davis and Tiafimo Lopez, that's the one.
All right, we've got some.
That's the one for me.
Canelo has. Can you guys see this on the screen? Canelo
Yeah,
has become
Canelo's
like
become
Bob.
like Bob.
He can
He can
only
only be.
beat himself. Benavidez is way too flat-footed to fight the pound-for-pound king. What do you guys?
But Canelo's flat-footed too. You don't need to be fleet-footed necessarily to beat Canelo.
Mm, mm, you want to? Let's see. Oh, because everyone's telling us their matchups now. They want to see Fftv versus Bivol.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
the Turviev and
Fight.
Bivol, yeah.
what do you guys? What do you guys think of that fight? Who do you have winning?
The Turviev winning that.
Serbia.
You think?
Turviev.
I'm not giving
Yeah,
him
Yeah,
too
yeah.
credit.
big.
I'm giving him-
He's different gravy. He's another one.
Yeah, different gravy, different. And the size.
If Canelo
Bivol's
really
more like a
wants a fight,
middle.
let him see his ass up at Baterviev. Because
No,
that
he'll
would
never
that
do
there,
it. He wouldn't
he'll
do it.
never go there. But
He wouldn't do it. He'll go to
he
Bivol
might
though.
go
He'll
brave.
fight.
He might do a
No,
James
Canelo will
Toney
never
thing. You know
fight
what? I'm gonna
Beterbiev.
take it. I'm gonna go for it.
He'll fight Bivol. He will not fight Baterviev.
He said he
Trust
wouldn't.
me. Because Bivol's more of a super middleweight size when you look at him.
Mm.
But Baterviev, nah, he ain't fighting him.
He's a monster, man.
We got
Because even
Taylor.
Alexander, even Usyk, when I asked him on Twitter, I said, "Who was your toughest fight?"
Mm.
And he said, "Baterviev." Baterviev beat him. Yeah.
Is he from that like same area as what's his name?
Well, he's Russian, so
As that
Usyk's
UFC fighter?
Ukrainian.
What's his name? What's his name? The guy that beat up Conor McGregor, man, and lost it now.
Khabib. Yeah,
Khabib,
yeah,
that's
he's the
it.
same.
Khabib
Yeah, he's one of them.
Nurmagomedov.
He's one of them Uyghurs. Uyghurs.
Mm.
Them, you know them Uyghurs, the ones that the Chinese people have a bit of problem with. Yeah, them Uyghurs.
It says Canelo will fight Beterbiev eventually. This guy wants to see
No,
Buatsi versus Bivol.
Good fight.
good fight.
Canelo saw what Yard did to Kovalev and took the fight. He would have never fight a young 175 champion. You guys agree?
Who knows? You never know.
I wouldn't say that because he fought Floyd Mayweather, the greatest of his generation. So, you know, you got to
Yeah.
take your hat off to a guy who goes in with the GOAT.
That's true.
What's
You
this?
know,
Craig
if
Richards.
you've been in with Floyd, nobody else is going to be ever on that level boxing wise.
Yeah, and he did that at 23, so he ain't scared of no one. He ain't scared of that. What's it? Craig Richards versus Dan Aziz. Sean, why would you want to? What does Dan Aziz bring to the table, though? That would be Craig going backwards again to, just fighting another guy from the ends. I know that, Sean. That's Wale. That's just another guy. I know you want to see it because he's a little local civilian fight, but nah, Craig's beyond that level now.
Oh, and now he's put another one.
Conor Ben versus Congo. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, decent. That
Decent,
would be
but it's not.
actually a decent domestic fight.
Yeah, decent domestic fight. I'd like to also see Josh Warrington versus Shakur Stevenson.
Nah, but them, I think they've moved out of his weight class now, I believe. Because he's talking about something.
No.
Has Carl Frampton moved up? Or is it? Because he's fighting Jamel Herring, and then the winner's gonna fight Shakur Stevenson, I believe.
Okay.
1 second. Let's see. Yeah, we got one on the screen right now. You guys missed it.
Yeah, Conor Ben Congo. That's what this. Yeah, we've seen that one. That's
What do you
all
guys
right.
think? What do you guys think of that fight? You guys got nothing to say about the Conor Ben Congo?
You said already.
Oh, did I miss it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
already here.
what did you just say? Quick 2 words. You like that fight?
It's a decent
Yeah, I
fight.
do.
Decent fight. It's not top of the pops. It's not something I'll be grabbing like but yeah, I thought it's more like our top fights we want to see in 2021.
Yeah, no, that's about it. That's about it. That's the last suggestion. If you're in the group, please like, comment, subscribe. So, pick another fight, that we all could agree that we would love to see.
A Coley react poor.
Ooh. So you're gonna see, obviously, a Cole.
Reactor not ready yet.
No, you don't
I
think
like the kid, but he's not ready yet.
You don't think
Yeah,
he's ready?
Nah,
I'm not going by their last showings.
nah, he's not ready anyway. He still needs to marinate. He needs to learn the trade. A Coley's is 2 seasons for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yard Bawaxi. Is Yard still? Is he because of the loss to Lyndon Arthur? Is he like still in the mix, or obviously in his eyes as controversial?
It's taken the gloss totally away from that now. It's taken the gloss now. Boatsi's going to look for other things because of that now. People are going to say Lyndon Boatsi rather than Yard Boatsi now.
Correct. That's a step down for Boatsi.
Even that's a step down.
Yeah, he's already completed the British. He ain't going to want to fight the Commonwealth champion now.
This is a fight I definitely want to see. Eubank versus Charlo.
Yeah, that's the one I mentioned.
They're both on the same side of the street, so there shouldn't be a reason why that fight shouldn't be made. If that goes down, who wins and how?
I'll tell you what the caveat here is. Chris Eubanks, we haven't seen him fight since he started training with Roy Jones Jr. So we don't know what he's gonna look like with this new tutelage.
Seems like he's loosened up a bit. Where I see him doing them ropes.
He looks good in the gym, but he's gonna revert back to type when he gets out in the ring.
You remember that, don't you? Hey, but Ray Jones was doing it in sliders, though. He's a madman.
Yeah, they're looking like they was about to start beatboxing.
Yeah. Hey, but so you think but if he does refer to type, do you think that will be enough to beat Charlo? You think Charlo will get? How do you?
Nah, Charlo's too smart for him.
You think I'll get outboxed?
Yeah. Charlo's a clever fighter.
That is true. I believe that as well. But I don't. I believe he's a clever fighter, but I'm not going to just say Eubank will get outboxed because Eubank, when it comes to putting the pressure on, he can make a boxer just their game plan will break down and they'll just come out start doing stuff which ain't natural to them because of the pressure he's putting on. If that makes sense, Charlo is a good fighter as well in the inside. So, in my opinion, that's a good. That'll be a good matchup. I don't know who'll get it, but that'll be a good matchup. We've got another one.
Well, I've got one. Who would you guys like to see Harlem Eubank fight next? Because he's a good little prospect.
He just beat that Daniels. No, sorry, Ugo. I forgot his name. No, I know the guy though, but he just beat him in a unanimous decision on MTK.
Your mate. You think your mate?
Yeah. So he's I forgot his name now, but yeah, I know him from around the way. So he's coming on. He just I don't know. He's not ready for like the Congos, the Kelly. So the Conor Benz. So it's like he probably has to stay around that level a bit longer. But I don't know. It's a bit iffy on that. But we have to see where they take him. You know what I'm saying? Where they take him next. Like and we just watch his evolution. I say,
He needs that gut check, doesn't he? He needs that
yeah.
gut check where we can see him, you know,
Um,
taken into some deep water.
is it? Join,
Andrade versus Billy Joe.
join the link if you want to chat.
Andrade versus Billy Joe. We spoke about this earlier. It's a bit of a boring one.
Yeah,
It makes
yeah.
no.
We got. What about this one?
Andrade Triple G.
I can see that one going. As Andrade got the sauce to keep Triple G off him. Let's be real.
Yeah, I think he has.
Huh?
At this late stage, I think he does.
You reckon?
Yeah. At this late stage,
Man, you gotta have some hella sauce to keep Triple G off, bro.
he's got the moves. He's got the moves. He's got the moves. He ain't gonna ever hurt Triple G, but he's got some moves, and Triple G's slowing up, so he has a chance. He has a chance.
Triple
But I
G
would,
has slowed up. So I think Andrade
yeah.
now would look at that and go, yeah, now's a good time to catch him.
Yeah, he wouldn't have wanted it 2 years ago, but now he'll think now's the time to catch him. He's
Wow.
like White versus Wilder. I saw Wilder say that he wants that fight.
Oh, what? Recent? He said he wants it. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I also saw Ortiz say that he wants White as
No,
well.
because White doesn't want to give Wilder the fight now because he made him wait 3-4 years for a title shot, which didn't come to fruition. So now he's called out King Kong Ortiz, Luis Ortiz, and Ortiz has accepted. I don't know when that fight's going to be made because apparently he's getting messed around by Povetkin's team and stuff. So he doesn't know what's going on there because allegedly Povetkin caught COVID and the first rematch had to get rescheduled. So now he just wants to stay active, and Dana White has got a track record of always fighting tough fights. He doesn't really. I wouldn't say he takes any
But
blowovers.
his latest feast, it seems he's going for the 40+ man then, because he's gone for Marius Wack, Povetkin, now Ortiz.
Yeah.
They'll be free on the
But
spin.
in Dillian's defense, heavyweights do last the longest in it.
Yeah, but that's still the tail end.
In Dillian's defense, look at what's his name? What's his name? The grill, the guy that makes the grills and that. Come back. What's his name? George Foreman. So I said the guy that makes the grills. So I'm a bit tired, but yeah, you get me. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. Look what he done.
I was thinking you meant the teeth grills. That confused me for a second.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. Look what he's done in his career. But yeah, we got Mike Henry.
Come.
Gary Russell versus Shakur Stevenson.
That's a good fight. We
Good
got
one.
1 second.
Be sure to like and subscribe, guys, whilst you're here. Also,
we got
Mike.
Who else? Ooh, I like this one. I'm not even joking. Hey, look. Hey, nah, let's. Ooh, I like that one. Wait. Let's not get
That
twisted.
one out of nowhere, I've never heard that one, but
yeah, I
this
never heard
one
that.
that's a big one, Sean.
Hey,
well done for that one. I might have to post this.
Yeah, let's not get twisted. Woodley, all right, he's beat. Actually, you're getting me thinking now because he just beat that Ghanaian guy, Dubois beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done it quicker.
He's done it quick. Look, I won't lie. This Woodley guy looks like he's got skills. Like, I like him still.
Yeah, I like the way he fights. I like the way he talks.
Yeah, I like him still.
Yeah, I like his persona, man.
1 second.
And he's from Ipswich, which is kind of like one of my second homes. Big up the Ipswich crew, then.
No, he said. What you saying? Your sign? What you saying? There we go. Oh, you're back.
Yeah. I got the heating on. I had to turn it off. It's getting too hot in there.
Okay, but Tony, look at this fight here. What do you think? This will be very good.
Craig Wardley. I think Wardley would have all the confidence now because he's seen how Dubois got destroyed by a jab. So everybody who comes in against Dubois now is going to be thinking to themselves, yeah, I'm going to do the same. But what they're probably not thinking about is, have they got the same granite chin that Joe Joyce has got? Because Wardley could walk into a right hand if he doesn't watch himself, and we know what happens when Dubois
hits
you.
But would you say Wardley's that easy to get hit though?
I don't think he's particularly elusive.
He's not the hardest to hit because even in the first round, the African Eagle guy, what's his name? Latte.
Yeah.
He was catching Wardley and sticking it on him, but kind of heavy in that first round.
That is true. Let's go see if we've got any more fight. Oh, we got one. Did I add this one already? I think I did. I did, didn't I?
Yeah. Gary Russell, Shakur Stevens. Oh, Tony was away then at that time.
Haney Tank.
Tank all day.
Tank.
Tank all day.
I honestly think Haney's going to get found out.
Yeah, Tank will walk through it. It will not walk through him, but he'll realize that Haney will realize that his shots can't keep Tank off because Tank will close the distance and unleash the beast.
Look at this one coming up. This is a fight that's touted. I don't know if it's gonna happen but I don't think Eddie wants to happen right now.
The Battle of Croatia.
Yeah, I don't think Eddie wants this fight to happen right now because it's clear Babic's not ready. Yeah, that's what, exactly. Yeah, but the thing is, the way he talks, you can't enough. Like he's got to be ready the way he's talking. He said he wants to fight now. Yeah, I know, obviously, but a man that believes himself like that, you don't want to give him the
even seen past the 5th round.
Yeah,
he's got to say that, but I think he knows Hrgovic from their amateur days in Croatia, and he knows Philip was well above his station.
No, that's true. We got
at the Battle of Croatia, but I think there's another fight we're going to look forward to. It's been scheduled for, I think it's either January the 30th or February the 30th. Is the Battle of New Zealand. Joseph Parker versus Junior Farr. That will be a good matchup between two men.
I can bang, but Taylor's got a chin. Parker's got a chin.
Josh Taylor versus Lopez at 140.
Lopez has got, man. And Lopez has other things to do at 135 anyway. But I think Lopez will beat Josh. But I'd like to see Josh fight Ramirez.
Lopez is a big 135, man. He could make 140 easy and then walk with Josh Taylor.
Yeah. But I'd like to see Josh and Ramirez first anyway.
Yeah, unification.
Yeah.
Yoka versus Joyce, Olympic final rematch.
Yeah, the 2016 rematch, yeah.
Which people say Joe Joyce won. How do you guys feel about that?
I thought Joyce won.
Yoka winning it.
I had Joyce winning it.
I think he wins it again.
You think Yoka beats Joyce again?
Yeah.
Yeah, but on points, he's more skilled.
But do you think Joyce will let it go to points this time? You got to remember, this is 12 rounds. This ain't no 3-minute round format.
Yeah,
Joyce is hitting
but they also
people's faces.
Yeah, did they fight in WSB at all?
I don't know. I don't
But
recognize.
Yoka does. He was doing the. He is used to 5-5s as well, and he's done a few 12-rounders. But yeah, and you got to take into consideration now that by the time Joe Joyce is going to fight Yoka, he could be like 36 years old. So it's going to be a lot different to back in 20. That'd be like 5 years ago, back to 2021.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. And to be honest, Joe Joyce is still you still see that sort of flat-footed, I ain't going anywhere. Whereas Yoka's a much more fluid mover. He moves better in the ring.
Yeah, he's more agile because he's like 27, 28 years old.
Yeah.
That is true. All right, we've got some more fights. Oh, this one. I like this one. No. How do you guys see that? I'll put my neck out. So I'll see Hunter wins that.
You think so?
No, I believe in Hunter. I like him.
I saw
Nah, I
Hunter
think
on
Wilder's
Friday
too
night.
much for him.
I saw Hunter on Friday night. He beat down some guy quite quickly. But no, I'm not sure about it. I think Wilder will catch him.
You think he'll stop him?
Too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll catch him. It's too much, man.
Yeah.
But they could do that at brotherweight even, I guess.
We got this one as well. Parker versus Hunter.
Some even
I'll
fight.
punt for that. I think I'll punt.
Yeah, I think I might swear with Hunter on that one.
This fight was meant to happen like a couple years back, weren't it?
Yeah, for like a mini unification. I think that was when Parker had the WBO. Yeah. Well, I think Wilder beats him.
No, he does. And we got this one as well.
Oh, please.
What you saying? What you saying?
Where are these guys getting these fights from, man?
You wouldn't want to see Huey Fury versus Bacoli?
No,
Why
I don't
not?
like Huey Fury in any way, shape, or form.
What's wrong with
even the last
Fury?
performance? What, even the last performance?
Don't like the guy.
Why?
I like the
done
last
all
one.
right.
Normally, I don't really like him, but I like that last one.
Yeah, he done all right in the last one, didn't he?
Yeah, I like that last one.
Obviously, by a man is a 40-year-old whack or whatever, but he still showed a bit of something.
Yeah, and he did better than White did.
He did better than Dylan White. Well, obviously Dylan White was a 19 stone, whatever, but still, he did still do better than Dylan, and you know what I'm trying to say. So, no, I think White is coming. You got to remember. I mean, Huey, you got to remember he's young as well. He's a young heavy. What's he like? Just 26, and he's fought.
Yeah.
He's fought all the top heavyweights. He's fought Parker, Povetkin. He's fought Wack. He's fought Pulev. He's fought a lot of these guys. But what it was, these fights just came too early for him, in my opinion.
Yeah, he didn't even really get. He didn't even get a build. He didn't even get built properly.
Yeah, and
do you think he's going to get any better? I think he's one of them fighters that he's living off of his brother's name, and he's cashing in while he can.
Mm-hmm. No, you mean his cousin's name?
His cousin's name, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, and no, honestly, I genuinely think he just, he's just learning his trade. He's all right for fight. The only thing who he doesn't possess is power, because any heavyweight that cracks you in the chin, they're gonna.
Be a good boxer.
Yeah, he could box. He's got skills.
Yeah, he can box. He can box.
No, don't do him like that. Flip me. Trying to do the guy dirty on Fight Fans TV.
He's really going in for Huey, man.
You're acting like Carl Froch and Joshua right now. What's happening?
Yeah, it is like that, man.
Right, no rates for Huey.
We got Josh Kelly versus Conor Benn.
Kelly,
I got Josh Kelly. Yeah, I got Josh Kelly.
You guys, you don't think Ben can pull it off?
Nah. Only way he can is if Josh Kelly's weight drained.
Which he is.
Yeah, that's the rumours.
I can't see that. Josh is too skilled.
he's skilled, but you can get to him, and he's not like the kind of style he does. He can't do that for 12. All this lateral and all this stuff they take like energy out of you. You can't be running that for 12. And he banks on people getting people out of there as well. Conor Ben ain't going nowhere, I don't think. He's young, fresh, and hungry. I reckon he'll be in front of him all night long, trying to secure the knockout, or if not, give him a beat
I don't know about that. Conor Ben has shown vulnerabilities when he gets caught, and if Josh Kelly hits him with them chopping hooks, Ben could go down, mate. And Ben don't. And as good as his last win was against Formella, you could still see that he was getting caught very easily, even though he was looking good on the move in his head, but he was still getting caught. It's just Formella has zero power.
No, so but Miller, he had like -0. It was like -20 power. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. So someone like Josh Kelly, Congo, when they hit Ben, we'll see.
He'll know.
He'll know. Trust. Any more, guys? Any more?
No, we got a funny one.
Any questions? Who's this? Fun fight. No, come on, stop. That's civilian. That's barbershop talk, man. That's barbershop jargon.
You got to keep up the standards, bro. You got to come with the serious things.
Don't be bringing the channel into disrepute, guys.
Exactly.
This ain't them other channels, them bootleg channels where them guys have just done a media course.
Oh,
this is proper authentic.
Yeah. That was your boy. That was your boy Mike Henry.
Yeah, this ain't. We ain't in Supercuts barbers, man. The proper thing, man. Next one, please.
Yeah, that's the last. Actually, is it? 1 second. You got any more, fan? Nah, the fans are done for tonight. Let's see. Yeah, they're done for tonight. But yeah, man.
Okay.
And anything else you guys want to add? Wrap it up for this week's show. This week's roundup.
No, I think we're good there. And we just look forward to 2021 more matchups.
Yeah, the first match, the first big matchup is Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell, right?
Yeah, so let's just get our final predictions on record now. I'm going for Ryan.
I'm going for Luke Campbell. I'll never go against the home team, but I'm going for Luke Campbell.
And Tony?
I'm going with the Mexican hot spice, mate.
Yeah, and he's Mexican heritage. He's from America.
Oh, come on.
It don't matter, man. They're strong on their heritage back there, man.
Man can't even speak Spanish. He can't even speak Spanish. What about that?
Can you speak Yoruba?
You're doing it wrong, bro.
Yes, I can. Don't try me.
Can you speak Tweed? Can you speak Tweed, Tony?
No.
We got Ryan by KO.
Can you do Creole at least? Because you got Guyanese in there as well.
Yeah.
No, okay. What's this one? Oh, Ryan for KO. I don't know about that, but
so you got him winning on a points victory.
No, I don't know. I actually don't know if it's going to be KO or points.
I
wouldn't. If I was to put a bet down, I'll just put straight win for Ryan.
Them body shots look dangerous, man. I mean, I love Luke Campbell, but them body shots look dangerous.
Yeah.
So body shots are ridiculous.
On records.
Hey, Ohms, he could do, but yeah, I'll just go for a straight win for Ryan. But so it's 2-1.
We got on record. Danny, you're saying Ryan Garcia, and I'm saying Luke Campball. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm going for the new Golden Boy.
Yeah.
I'm going for the Golden Boy 2K.
I'm going for Luke Campbell, and this time, 2 weeks later, we're going to be saying it was too early. So remember, I'm going to be like, yeah, it was too early.
Oh yeah. By the way, it's 3-0 to me because you went for Callum Smith.
No, come on. You're a stylist. Come on. What did I say? I was like, I have a sneaky suspicion. And then what did you
Well,
say? What did you say? Tell me what you said then when I said that.
I said I have a feeling too, but my actual pick on the show was Canelo. Your pick,
No. Oh, did I do a pick on the show?
yeah.
Oh, I can't remember that, but all right. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, what I said, I'll go against I'll never go against my own. That's what I said in it. UK. I stand up. That's what I said in it. That's probably what I said.
All right, I got a question for you, man. There.
Mm.
So,
Mhm.
2021, who's your
Yeah.
breakout fighter? Who's going to be the name that we're all going to be saying by the end of 2021?
Denzel Bentley.
Yeah, I think for British wise, yeah, it'd be between Denzel and Fabio Wardley.
Yeah.
What
Cool.
about Idris Virgo?
All right. Look.
Mm.
We don't
Oh
mention
God.
the man's names on our show. We don't mention men that wear pink nail varnish. I don't
Pink
care if it's for
nail
charity
varnish.
or not. Nah, we don't do them things. We don't do them
Nah,
things.
you let me down.
He
Bro.
let me
You let
down
me
big
down.
time. That's the puppet man there. You know them man. They're telling man to wear pink nail varnish. They're slapping it on site, and then we don't
What?
do them. We don't
Yeah,
do them
because
things there.
I'd let you guys into a little information. They tried to do that to Craig. They tried to ask him to wear pink nail varnish and wear pink boxer shorts to the weigh-in, and the
Bro,
Spider.
they asked all the boxers.
No, yeah,
Like even
and he
Mick
flat
Ennis
out denied.
Jr. Did he do it?
No, I don't think he asked. I don't think he asked all the boxers because I don't think they asked Shakan to do that. They wanted to try and get into Craig's mind and make him like, you know.
But we don't do them things around there. You don't wear pink nail
Yeah.
varnish. Nah, man.
I'm going with Denzel Bentley and Fabio as the domestic breakouts. International breakouts. I'm going to go with Austin Ammo Williams.
I like that kid there, but I just like him.
Oh no, but sorry, the breakout will be Jaron Ennis. I'm going with Jaron Ennis.
He keeps calling Spence. He wants that
Yeah,
Spence work. Who do you think will
yeah,
win?
I'm going with Jaron Ennis. Who wins right now? Errol. Right now, Errol.
In the truth.
Jaron needs some. He needs some more experience and stuff. But he had the IBO title fight last night, and he was en route to taking the guy out. What's the guy's name again? Chris Van Herden, and they had a head clash in the first round. It was a nasty big cut, like massive, and the doctor had to stop the fight in the first round, so it was a no decision. So they're gonna have to run that one back. But Jaron was gonna take him out in 3. He was all over him in that first round.
Right. So your breakout stars: Ennis, mine is Bentley. Pugilis. Who are you looking forward to?
Who you going with?
I ain't got a clue. It's the only fighter.
Virgil Ortiz. He's another one.
Wait.
I'd have to look. I have to look it up because I like to look at the lighter weights as well.
Yeah, Virgil Ortiz. He's another good kid coming through.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you never know because these kids. But obviously the new breakout party is going to be if Ryan Garcia does it. But then, yeah, we'll have to see through 2021. But it's looking promising, especially with this year. I think COVID has helped a lot of fighters who wouldn't have win with this no crowd and no ticket sale advantage stuff.
A lot of fighters
A
that
lot
wouldn't
of
even got no fights.
Yeah, a lot of fights got made that wouldn't have been made. There's been a lot of upsets, a lot of great fights. I've loved this year for boxing. I can't complain, mate.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, guys, gonna wrap it up. It's the Fight Fan. We've got Danny from Fight Fan. We've got Pugilist Boxers making a guest appearance. I hope everyone enjoyed the show and like, comment, subscribe, hail us up. Thanks, man. We appreciate you guys, man.
And join us on the next one where we can have you as a guest and have your opinions.
Yep. See you guys later. Fight Fan
Thanks for having
TV.
me, guys.